Hey guys, Cam for 15 back out with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review for you guys. Technically, two manga chapters, so we're getting a dual manga chapter review. The reason why I did this is because both chapters were kind of short in the grand scheme of things in terms of pages. Like chapter 388 is only 11 pages, and I think chapter 389 is 11 or 13 pages. Pretty short chapters, and I have to wonder if that's due to the health of Horikoshi, which hopefully the guy gets a good break. But we'll see. But anyways, let's get on with these chapters because these chapters involve obviously the Todorokis against Dabi, and it's funny because I made a prediction that what if all the Todorokis just end up dying to just try to stop Dabi or try to in a way save Dabi. I don't know if that's going to happen, but geez Louise, that prediction potentially could be happening, and that might actually be true. Oh my goodness. But anyways, we cut over to the UA underground, pods, and we see Kendo pretty much stopping the double agents who were working for All For One, pretty much saying that, I found the people that sabotaged the system's foundation. There's no hope of reactivating it. Now listen, everybody, we need to get out of here, blah blah blah. So you just have it to where the heroes are pretty much evacuating the civilians out of the area, and pretty much they say, listen, there's these mount robots that will listen to your orders, and they will take you to the the safest areas, so you can get away from all the commotion in the battle and things like that. Listen, that's kind of it. So yeah, and we get this, and the thing is, in this area they see obviously the big pillar of flames that is obviously, because of Endeavor and Dabi's fight, or that's kind of the thing. Now we cut over to Rei, Fuyumi, and Natsuo, and pretty much they see this, and Fuyumi knows that it's who it is, so she jumps on one of the robots and she asks the robot to take her to the epicenter of where that fire is coming from, and the robot obviously will listen to whatever the humans say, so they do that. Now she pretty much tells Fuyumi and Natsuo, listen, I need you guys to stay here, be safe and everything. So that's kind of thing. So that's where we get the backstory of how she was able to show up at the battlefield to try to stop Toya. Now she's screaming out to Toya, and lo and behold, it's only a few minutes there, and her skin is already burning up to the point, like, her skin looks like it's about to start, like, peeling off, and her skin's burning off, and things like that. And even when you get, not only this chapter, but even the next chapter, like, they're losing their skin because it's how hot the temperature is. And the crazy thing is, even though they have the ice quirk, it goes to show you how strong Toya's flames truly are, because they're not only burning Endeavor's face, his face looks like it's almost skeleton right then and there, but it's burning Rei's face. So yeah, that's the thing. Now Endeavor is like, Rei, what the hell are you doing here? And Toya looks back at his mom and everything. Now Endeavor, whose face looks completely gone again, it's gonna be very interesting how they animate this in the anime. Like, the dude's face, Endeavor's face looks burned to the point, like, you look like maybe his face could be like legit just skeleton right then and there. That's how charred his face is looking like. And pretty much, Endeavor's pleading with Rei, listen, you need to get out of here, otherwise you're gonna burn to death. And pretty much Rei responds by saying, you mean the way you and Toya are about to die, pretty much? And the thing is, Dabi starts saying mom as she's looking back, and pretty much Rei is listening, saying, like, Toya, I'm so sorry for what happened. Then all of a sudden Toya or Dabi starts going to say Natsuo and Fuyumi, and then Rei turns back, and yes, Natsuo and Fuyumi are there using their ice quirks to try to help out and cool down Dabi. Now Rei is shocked by this, and she's like, no, you guys need to get out of here. What are you doing? And pretty much Fuyumi is like, listen, I can't take it anymore. I can't take any more losses. And she's pretty much now, and Fuyumi pleads with Toya or Dabi, like, listen, please don't take everyone down with you. I can't bear to lose anyone else. Then, Natsuo remembers the flashback of when Toya would always talk to him, and things like that. And pretty much Natsu was like, listen, dude, you need to cut it out. Look, I'm sorry, stop, causing trouble. You sorry excuse for a brother, pretty much. And they're both using the ice, but the thing is, it's not really working and things like that. And all of a sudden the chapter ends off with this chapter 388 ends off with Dabi laughing, and you get this one panel where I guess it's a what if scenario where the family is a-okay. They're all looking at Toya, proud of him and things like that. Toya is still wearing his coat and everything that he was as Dabi, and he doesn't have the Dabi face, he has the Toya face. So that's kind of the thing there. So there's that what if potential reality that happened. So moving on to chapter 389. One, we get a cover page art of it. It's a Toga versus Ochako. Obviously, that's kind of what's going on right now, then and there. So yeah. Now we pick up where we left off from last chapter with the Todoroki battle going on, and pretty much the police force are saying there's a rapid rise in the temperature in the epicenter. That thing is slowing down, but then again, when they run the numbers again, the temperature is not really dropping. That explosion that Dabi is going to be going off with, it's still going to be inevitable. So yeah, anyways, the Todoroki family is doing whatever they can to cool off Dabi with their eyes, but it's just not working, and their skin is absolutely burning, and these guys look like they're going to probably be just skin and bones if they don't do something real quick. And the thing is, the reason why Dabi was laughing is because he's like, everybody's finally looking at me. Is this what it looks like to finally have people look at me? And it just goes to show you that Dabi, at this point, Toya, whatever you want to call him, he's way too far gone at this point. Like, he's too far gone to be saved. Like, this guy more than likely has to die because he's just insane. The stuff that happened to him in the past, the trauma he suffered in the past, it just affected his mind so much that this guy can't be saved anymore. He can't be reasoned with and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of the thing right then and there. And pretty much Toya or Dabi is like, well, if it was all this simple just to look at me, then why? Anyways, we cut away from the Todoroki stuff for a bit with the fight against Dabi, and we cut back to the area where all the Twice clones are fighting in the epicenter, only like a few miles away. Now, one of the pussycats are saying everyone needs to retreat when you get out of the blast zone. We do see Ochako tracking down Toga, who still looks like Twice, and she's going through all these other Twice clones to try to get to Toga to stop her, and things like that. So that's pretty much it. Then we cut back to the fight, and pretty much the thing is, obviously Dabi was saying, like, if it was that easy to just look at me, why didn't they do it sooner? Obviously, that's the thing like that happening. Now, obviously the heroes are trying to evacuate the civilians from everything using the robots, and they're like, listen, you guys got to move your legs. We see the kids that helped out with Bakugo, Todoroki, and the two Shiketsu High students, Kami, and then I keep forgetting that guy's voice, that whole thing, and pretty much they're just looking at the fight and like, listen, they're gonna be a-okay. We have a helicopter show up around the epicenter of the Dabi fight, and pretty much it's that one, I guess you could say, Karen reporter who was telling Endeavor in the press conference, like, hey, it's your fault that everything happened and the world turned to shit, pretty much. But she's right then and there. We see the Natsu looking character who's an Endeavor fan pretty much looking worried and praying that things are okay. Shockingly enough, we cut over to the Philippines. We see a white-haired girl focusing in on this. Now, other people who've been doing reviews of this chapter have been saying, what if this is like maybe somebody related to Rei or the Himura clan, pretty much, because we got that a few chapters ago. that pretty much the Amora clan kind of all went their separate ways because they were all being sold off and things like that. She has white hair, so maybe it's a descendant. They focus on her for a reason, so maybe she's related to Rey, in some sort of way. So that's kind of the thing there. Now we cut back to the kids, and they're not really worried because they're like, yeah, they're gonna do this. Now in the meantime, we have Ida and Todoroki, Shoto, trying to get to the Gunga Mountain Villa area, and it looks like Shoto created a jet with ice, and it's making them go faster, pretty much. So yeah, the kids all end up going and say like, yeah, look, and we're gonna be fine. We got 5, they say, wieners on our side. I don't know if that was an appropriate translation by Viz, but okay. And that's pretty much where the chapter ends off, with, you know, pretty much Shoto doing this, and that's pretty much it. So Shoto's on the way to the battle. Now, will his eyes make the difference in terms of cooling Dabi down? I don't know. We're just going to see where the story goes, but again, it's very interesting to see where it's going. Obviously, there's no break. So barring again any setbacks due to Horikoshi's health, we should see what's going on. But it'll be very interesting to see how this Todoroki family thing ends. I still think Endeavor more than likely is going to sacrifice his life to put it to an end, because I just feel like he blamed himself. I definitely could say, I'm the one that started Dabi. You know, I'm the one who created Dabi. I have to be the one to finish him and destroy him. But we'll see. But again, if my prediction comes true that every member of the Todoroki family will die, that would be extremely dark, but it would kind of be a fitting conclusion to that storyline, because it'd be a troubled family that obviously would end in a tragic type of way with that tragic story. But it would kind of be crazy if actually all these Todoroki family members die, but Shoto still lives, because he was the one person in the entire family that wasn't a victim and wasn't really responsible for anything that happened in the past when it came to the Todorokis. So I hope that none of these characters die. I know a lot of people would be upset if Endeavor didn't die, but we'll see. Horikoshi has a story. He has a way to end this Todoroki storyline he's been building, which obviously has been probably the number one storyline in the entire series, like literally. So we'll see. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode and last week's episode of My Hero Academia manga chapters, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content or any other anime or manga content I upload to the channel. So then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or night until this video. Peace.